In this video, I'm going to show you the process of making a homemade latte and in the process introduce the best matcha I've settled on, as a matcha lover who has spent quite some money on it. Japan is the home of matcha, and not only do they have amazing matcha, they also have beautiful matcha desserts. I know what I'm talking about because I have lived there before. But the surprising part is that my favorite premium matcha isn't Japanese. Lucky for you, this video is not sponsored. I just don't want you to waste a ton of money, so learn from my mistakes of buying multiple tins of matcha and countless cups of expensive matcha lattes. Stay tuned if you are interested in my favorite organically grown, ceremonial-grade, premium matcha. Or even if you just want to watch me make myself a cup of matcha with the best recipe, but with clumsy hands. Making yourself a matcha latte should never be complicated. I tend to have clumsy hands, and this latte is made not from normal milk, but 100% black bean soy milk. So it might not be the most aesthetic version of the matcha latte, but it is okay. It tastes amazing, and it is the healthiest version of matcha. No sugar and no dairy. And of course, the recipe is the same even if you use normal milk or oat milk. Also, to your surprise, you actually don't need the fancy bamboo whisk to make it. I will give you some alternative ways to do it in this video too. Anyway, I want to ask, why do you like matcha? If you ask me, first and foremost, I just like the slightly bitter and sophisticated taste of it. So in order to fully enjoy the taste and the scent, I prefer to have my matcha without any sugar. At times, if I want to have it sweet, I add honey too. Also, I drink matcha because I want to cut down on my coffee. I love coffee, and to be honest, at least for me, matcha does not completely replace coffee, at least for now. However, I do get caffeine crashes with coffee, so when I want to go for my second cup, I try to have matcha or a matcha latte instead. According to one study, unlike coffee, matcha combines caffeine with L-theanine. Together, they give you steady focus without jitters while also reducing stress. Less stress also means fewer breakouts and healthier skin. Plus, matcha is known for being full of antioxidants. If you don't have a bamboo whisk, don't worry. You can just use a glass container that you have at home. For me, I use an electric tool that is made for making matcha, which I bought from the tea brand. It is nice to have, but you don't need all of these supplies. Again, making yourself a tea should never be so complicated. Do you have any specific standards when choosing your matcha? For me, I have some criteria. First and foremost, the taste. I am not an expert in matcha, but I have tried enough to figure out the high-quality ones. Second, I prefer matcha made from organically grown tea leaves and with clean origins. The matcha that I chose is grown organically on the beautiful Jeju Island. You've probably seen the island in K-dramas. I personally enjoy Japanese matcha and Japanese desserts made from matcha. However, after Fukushima, it is true that some people worry about safety. OSULLOC, on the other hand, comes from clean Jeju Island, grown pesticide-free and eco-friendly. Third, this is just a plus alpha, but I prefer when the company cares deeply about promoting tea culture. Maybe you don't have to think too much when simply buying a can of matcha. I get you, and I'm like that too. However, it is true that I like supporting companies that support local culture. OSULLOC runs a tea museum right next to their tea fields in Jeju and also operates several tea houses in Seoul. I personally love visiting them, so I like the brand and like supporting them, which is why I am introducing this matcha to you guys today. So if you are interested in matcha, consider buying this OSULLOC premium matcha powder for lattes. Of course, only when you are interested in buying one. Do not spend your money if it is unnecessary. See you again for more genuine Korean locals picks for where to go, what to eat, and the best K products to use. Thank you for watching and have a great day.